I need to swear her in, or you?
You're supposed to read.
Is there something somewhere?
Do we have the oath?
It was on your table.
Oh, it's on mine?
Yeah.
Then it's probably
Wondered, I was like, no, it's okay.
put it the wrong end. All right, we're live. All right.
All right, after 6 o'clock, we'll go to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. We're going to start off by swearing in our newest council member, Michelle Becker. So, Michelle, will join me up here. Repeat after me. I, Michelle Becker.
I, Michelle Becker,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
that I will faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all the duties of the office
discharge all the duties of the office
of City Council Member in the City of Strawberry Point,
as City Council Member in the City of Strawberry Point,
Clayton County, Iowa,
Clayton County, Iowa,
as now or hereinafter required by law.
as here, now, and after required by law.
Good job. Congratulations. Perfect. Thank you. All right. We'll go ahead and do roll call. Deb.
Here?
Sarah. Here. Michelle. Here. Megan.
Yes.
And Jason.
Here.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented or amended.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the agenda as presented. Any other questions? Now we'll go to vote. Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
All right, number 5, motion to recognize Revival Furniture for earning Clayton County Business of the Year Award. And
So motion, make a motion to discuss
Make
that.
the motion. Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Let me find my thing. All right.
Want to come up?
Whereas the City of Strawberry Point, Iowa is committed to supporting and celebrating the achievements of its local businesses, and whereas Revival Furniture has demonstrated exceptional business practices, community involvement, and dedication to quality, thereby earning the prestigious Clayton County Business of the Year Award, and whereas this award reflects the hard work, commitment, and entrepreneurial spirit of Morgan Ann Adams, contributing to the economic vitality and community spirit of Strawberry Point and Clayton County, and whereas the City Council wishes to formally acknowledge and congratulate Morgan Ann Adams and Revival Furniture on this significant accomplishment, now therefore be it resolved that the City Council of Strawberry Point, Iowa hereby recognizes and commends Revival Furniture for its outstanding achievement and expresses its gratitude for the positive impact Revival Furniture has made on our community. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, sure. But I just want to say, thank you guys so much, because so many of you were influential in me coming to town and being here and supporting me and helping me do everything. I've never even owned a property in town, so getting that building, everything I had to do to renovate it. Everyone in the city was so helpful and supportive just from the get-go, because I probably totally looked crazy buying that place and doing what we ended up doing in the community support. I just couldn't be more grateful to give back and to be here and be involved. So thank you guys.
Yes, congratulations. Thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes. move on to the consent agenda.
Oh, yeah, Mayor, if you could have a roll call vote.
Oh,
on
yes,
the
I'm sorry,
resolution.
yep, we'll do a roll call vote for
Yeah.
recognizing them. I will start with Sarah.
Yes.
Michelle? Yes. Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Thank you. Now we'll move to the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second?
Motion and second to approve the consent agenda. Any questions? Now we'll go to vote. Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
All right, down to information, library board minutes.
So are you guys fully staffed on board members then now? Are you full up on board members? You have? No. Okay.
All right, any questions? If not, we'll move to new business. Number 11, motion to approve appointing Michael Hay and Sarah Fletcher to the library board. Second. Motion and second to approve appointing Michael Hay and Sarah Fletcher to the library board. Any other questions? Now we'll go to vote. Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
All right. Number 12, motion to approve resolution 2425, the electric rate structure for fiscal year ending 2025.
All right, so first, a motion and a second, and then we can discuss it.
Second.
All right, motion and second to discuss resolution 2425, the electric rate structure for fiscal year ending 2025.
All right, so, each year, we purchase electricity, and then we package that electricity with all the line charges and everything that we have to pay, and deliver it to, our constituents. And, once a year, we have the opportunity to choose between two rates. One of them is a market rate, which fluctuates, and one of them is a system rate, which is a locked-in rate. Pardon me. And right now, the market rate is considerably lower than the system rate that we're paying, so we have the opportunity to choose what percentage of our purchase we want to allocate to the system rate versus the market rate. And as you can see, like, the system rate is about 20% lower than the fixed rate. And the company allows us in 3 months to reshuffle that amount, but considering that rate is significantly lower right now, we suggest allocating 75% of the purchase at the market rate, which is lower, and keeping 25% of our purchase at the system rate, obviously to protect, some from a massive fluctuation. Then the other advantage that we have is in 3 months, the company gives us the opportunity to change those percentages again. So during now and 3 months from now, we will keep an eye on that market rate for electricity, look at all of the factors that go into, energy costs. The company that we're buying from is very well diversified in renewables, but there's also a significant amount of coal. So there are factors that do play into that market rate. So in 3 months, this will come back in front of us. If we adopt the 75-25, as of right now, that is our best option. It's going to save us about 20% on our purchases. One of your colleagues asked me ahead of time how this affects people's electric bill. It doesn't. Like, what we do is, we buy the electricity, and then we have charges on top of that. We have our electricians out there working on the lines and so on and so forth. So what the city aims to do is to have a net neutral amount. So we do make a gross profit on the electric, but out of that gross profit, we're paying our electricians when the lines go down, or, when a transformer needs updating, so on and so forth. So what this will do is this will save the city about 20% right now, and that money, that extra gross profit that we would make on that electric will just go into paying for all the electrical work that we do. It'll give us a little bit of a buffer we're constantly putting into equipment where needed, and then we will look at this. So this will have no net effect on the overall electric bill, but it will free up a little bit of money for making equipment purchases when needed that, won't, be felt by, property tax bills. So I think it's a really good move to do right now. And, the 75-25 was not a guess. We consulted with our electrician. We did a lot of market research on where we think energy costs will go. Obviously, there's a lot of uncertainty, in the country and in the world when it comes to energy costs. So we definitely want to keep an eye on it and make sure that market rate doesn't shoot above the system rate. But I'm happy to answer any other questions.
Alan feels this is a good way to go too.
What was that?
Alan feels this is a good way to go as well.
Yes, Alan's here. You got the thumbs up from Alan over there.
This is 75-25, is that, do we pick and choose when we take that power, or is it just every month, 75% of it's market, 25 or 25% of it's?
Correct. We don't necessarily get to choose. We will be locked into that until we elect a change, or if we elect a change. Obviously if the market rate goes down, then we'll probably stay at the allocation where it's at. I still think keeping 25% at the fixed rate, is a solid move no matter what the market rate is. But yeah, that'll take effect immediately, and it will go until we make that change, if we make that change in the first 3 months. After that 3-month election period, then we're locked into those rates for the rest of the fiscal year. So we have to choose wisely.
Mm-hmm.
So this is July, we're talking 3 months, July, August, September?
That will, Alan, do you know when the effective date of I don't have the effective date in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty immediate.
Wasn't it August 1st?
Yeah, I think it starts, it'll backdate to the beginning of the month.
Immediately upon.
Yeah. So it's either the beginning of this month, which is a few days ago, or it'll be the beginning of next month. But either way, it's pretty immediate.
Mm-hmm.
We already made the motion, open and second, we need to make the motion to.
No, the motion's on the
As
table
is.
now, so
As is.
you can just vote as is, or if there's further discussion or you wanted to change those percentages, now would be the time to do it.
I think it was a wise decision to go with the 75-25.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other questions? If not, we'll go to vote. Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Number 13, motion to approve resolution 2426, declaring the intention to subdivide and sell a parcel of real property owned by the city.
Motion to discuss.
Second.
Motion and second to approve resolution 2426, declaring the intention to subdivide and sell a parcel of real property owned by the city.
Okay, so this is a 2-acre parcel of land south of our southernmost park. It's sort of landlocked, there's no real access point, and we have what we believe is a fair and reasonable offer to purchase those 2 acres, and the public process for this is pretty transparent. So we discussed this in a closed session in the last meeting. Today we pass a resolution. Basically, the resolution today is giving our intent to sell this land, and then you'll notice on the next line item there is a motion to set a public hearing. So today the resolution gets passed to intend to sell the real estate. It doesn't actually intend. It doesn't make any transfer yet. And then 2 weeks from now we'll have a public hearing as part of the board meeting in 2 weeks. And in that public hearing, the public will have an opportunity to look at the deal. The public has access now to all the same materials that the city council has, so they'll be able to look at the fine detail of the offer, the price, the conditions, so on and so forth. And then after that during that public hearing, then you'll make a final vote on selling the property, and then city staff will begin the paperwork and the process for subdividing that. And then just for transparency, we have there's a pipe underground there, so as part of the deal we will have an easement if we ever need to access that pipe, and the buyers have proposed a fair and reasonable price for the land that is, you know, along the lines of current market rates for that acreage. And then they've also agreed to pay all of the costs associated with transferring it. So the city will not have to incur any costs for, you know, legal fees and stuff like that to transfer it. So staff believes it's a really good offer, and it takes some property off of our hands that we don't use, can't use, and it's mostly dead trees back there. So we like that this is going to have a higher and better use for what it's currently used for.
Okay. Any other questions? Not, we'll go to vote. Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Okay. Number 14, motion to schedule a public hearing for the sale of city-owned property, real property on August 21st.
So move that we set a public hearing for the sale of the property for August 21st. Second.
Motion and a second to schedule a public hearing for the sale of city-owned real property on August 21st. And that, like Dino said, will be at 6 o'clock in our council meeting. Any other questions? Now we'll go to vote. Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Okay, number 15, motion to enter into a closed session pursuant to Iowa Code Section 21.51J to discuss the potential sale or acquisition of property.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second to enter into closed session. Any other questions? Not, we'll go to vote. Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stop the streaming. We have to unfortunately ask everybody to leave while we go into closed session. It's probably going to be a 10 to 15